Arsenal 1, Manchester City 0, and it's the post-match reaction of Arsenal's victory against Manchester City. Top of the league. That'll do. I'll take that right now. We are top of the league, level points with Tottenham Hotspur. You wouldn't have thought you'd hear it this season, especially. A big win for Arsenal. Not the tightest of games, but it doesn't matter. 3 points against their rivals, 3 points against Manchester City, and 3 points now in a competitive game against City when it matters. There's a long way to go in the season, but these games count. And it's a good thing. It's a good sort of hoodoo to get off their backs. The players mentally now know they can defeat Man City. They kept Haaland quiet for the 90 minutes. He barely got a sniff. I think there was about 2 shots in the whole game between the two teams. It was. I don't know. I enjoyed it because defensively we were sound. I thought Gabriel Magalhaes and William Sleep were outstanding today. Gabriel, one of his standouts was an interception where he sort of hooked it with a bicycle kick, and William Saliba, who again Rolls Royce, as Zinchenko likes to say. I'm joined by Steve. How you doing, Steve?
Yeah, you doing, mate? Very well, thank you.
Big win for Arsenal. Again, it's just saying it's not the tightest of games. That both teams defended very well. Couldn't really make much way in the final third, and when we did, we weren't really as clinical as we wanted to be. But in the end, Martinelli definitely came on and gave that spark. He looked very, very sharp when he came and looked very hungry today. Something we've missed in recent weeks.
Yeah, he did. It's good. It was good to have him back. I thought we was a better team. I don't know what Gary Neville was talking about. I thought he was talking out of his arse. Yeah, he seemed to be. I don't know why he bothers, sort of, commentating on Arsenal games, because you could tell the hate coming from him. Yeah, unbelievable. But so pleased, mate. So pleased. We won the game. We got 3 points, and yeah, that can only give us confidence going on. It wasn't the prettiest of games, like you said, but we got the 3 points.
Yeah, and like where we can say that if we lost this game, don't go too over the top in terms of don't lose your heads. I think it goes the same way as now. Won the game. It's a very good victory against Man City, but we've got a very long season to go, and we've got to make sure consistency is key and carry on being, and we start upping our levels, and hopefully this game here will give us a lot more confidence to play a bit more free-flowing football, a bit tidier, because it's been a bit disjointed since the start of the season.
Yeah, I'll definitely. It hasn't been great, but I think we're learning a new system, and we're getting used to it. But I just go back to today. I think we had our game plan and we executed it perfectly. I was over the moon. Again, it wasn't the prettiest, and there was some players who didn't have good games, but it's not good. Sorry, is it me? Can you like a television in the background?
Oh, sorry, that's me. I still got the football going.
Oh, right. That's better. Yeah, all I could hear was saying in the background. So
the power of love.
But yeah, look, I mean, mate, I'm absolutely buzzing. I ran down the garden when we scored. Just you could. I don't know if anyone else see it. I mean, when the final whistle went, it actually killed Gary Neville. It actually killed him. Absolutely killed him. It was like, oh, Peter Drury, yes, that's what Arsenal needed. Upbeat Peter Drury, who comes across as he's a big fan of it. It was like stuttering Gary Neville. Didn't know what to say. Absolutely disgrace. tosser. But
Yeah.
absolutely. And you know, I didn't like it at the beginning. Look, Raya was a bit thingy at the beginning. You know, he was getting into it. Edison done 3 exactly the same things as Raya did. He didn't say a word. Never said a word. Never said a word. Absolutely never.
He's not the kindest to Arsenal, is he, Mr. Gary Neville?
No, I mean, it was like the first 10, 15 minutes. Like they were pinging it about Man City, pinging it. You know, and then for the rest of the first half, I thought Arsenal were the better side, and they was, you know, had the ball more, and I think in the stats never says a word, just switches off, don't mention nothing, and he does do it. I notice it. Do you know what I mean? I notice it, but who cares? We won the game. We shut up a lot of Man City. I've seen a lot of Man City fans give it the mouth.
Yeah,
you know, a lot of them. You know, we won the treble. You know, we've won the treble. Yeah. We're the treble winners. Well, you know, the only treble you got at the moment, that was last season. The only treble you got at the moment is you got beat 3 games on the spin. You know, if you take away the Champions League. So, yeah, that's your treble. So, just I'm over the moon, mate. I'm over the moon. And I tell you, well, we get to the marks and, you know, as we carry on. But, got you know, just a few Arsenal fans who owe someone a massive apology. You know, for the way he came on and what he did today, unbelievable. But they probably won't notice it.
Yeah, some really good cameos when they came on. Like I said, I think the substitutes made a massive difference today in the game. Big difference. I agree. I thought we were the better team. Haaland, not a sniff. Alvarez, not a sniff.
No.
Just, non-existent. And that wasn't because they were having bad games. We just nullified everything they did. Yeah. Defensively, I thought we were brilliant in the middle of the park and at the back. I thought it was excellent. Let's get on to the player ratings. Did it look a bit nervous today, but I did think Gary Neville went over the top. Like he was talking about him for about 15 minutes, talking about how shaky he was and how nervous he was. It's a bit like, all right, mate, move on. He doesn't
exactly
his mind. It was a bit much. David Raya.
Yeah. I mean, whether it's because his goalkeeper is an absolute clown from the team that he supports, I don't know. Whether he was trying to make Arsenal's goalkeeper a little bit on that par. Well, let me tell you, they're not in the par. Onana's probably the worst goalkeeper in the Premier League at the moment. So I don't know what he's trying to talk about, keeping him around. I just didn't like it. You know, if you're going to slag someone off, do the same for the other one. Do it when Edison spilled his coat. Do it, you know, when Edison come across and he absolutely fluffed it. Say something. He says it's nothing. It annoys me, things like that. But Raya, look, he did have a dodgy beginning, but second half, as the game went on, you know, full marks to him because he never let it bother him, and he carried on. And in the end, I thought second half he was decent. I thought he had a good second half for what he had to do, because I think we nullified him in the midfield and up front as well. So but I'll give him a 6.
Okay, 6 for Raya. That's fair. David Raya gets a 6. The Rolls Royce himself, William Saliba.
9. Absolute 9. Is Ireland still in his pocket?
I think he is.
Has he got out yet?
I think William Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes are playing using Haaland's a table tennis, a ping pong ball. And they're playing table tennis with him.
Yeah, non-existent. Nowhere near. Never got the better of them once. We can mark the pair together. They're both getting 9s. You know, as I say, Alvarez, Haaland. You know, the scourge of the Premier League come up against Gabriel and Slee with the 2 best centre halves as partnership in the league.
Yeah,
and couldn't get nowhere near them. Had them for dinner. Did nothing. So they're both getting 9s to me. They were both excellent in all areas of the defending. You know, just cool, calm, collected. You could even see in their faces, it was like, I'm having you today. You're not getting past me today. You're not getting the better of me today.
Yeah.
And that come across while the game was really did come across. You could really see it. Absolutely brilliant performance by the two best centre halves in the league for me. 9 out of 10, both of them.
Do you think that people are starting to see Gabriel for the defender he is now? Other people outside the club, because
well, I don't know. He's one of these players that I don't know. Certain players sometimes just for some reason people don't want to, whether it's because I don't know. I hope so. But at the end of the day, people will, Man City will shout out and they'll say Diaz and Stones and I was going to say United there, but I stopped myself because apparently they were the best partnership in the league last season, weren't they? The two, well, that lasted 6 months. So no, I mean, hopefully, kids, because he's a quality. I called ages ago when people laughed at me. I called Gabriel the next Virgil van Dijk. So I was a little bit worried about his mistakes. I think we all were. But I don't know. Maybe that little not master stroke, but maybe that, with excuse me, with Arteta dropping him or whatever he did, but he never played for the first 3 games. That just shows what a great centre back Gabriel is, because he's not let it bother him. He's coming. He's looked better than ever. So maybe that in the long run that'd be a good thing. It's been a good thing for him. So I hope they do. But I doubt it. They'll be calling out for their favourites, won't they? But top player, top centre back.
Back in the starting lineup today, Benny Blanco, Benjamin White.
Yeah, I was at the first half. I wanted him really to do a little bit more, but he didn't have nothing to do really. When called upon, he was there. He did the business. 7. Good game from Ben. Nice little nutmeg in the second half.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Nice. Yeah.
So that was nice. Maybe you should get an extra mark for that. But he, to be fair, not a lot come down his side, and what he did well with. But no, I'll give him an 8. I'll give him an 8. I think.
Right, it's an 8. Zinchenko.
I thought this was his best game for Arsenal for a long while, personally. And that was like going forward, his passing, also defensively as well. I thought he was really good today, Zinchenko. Doku come on. I think a couple of times he was running at Zinchenko, and before you knew it, Doku was going down the other side. So that didn't last long, and that was because sort of Zinchenko sort of stopped him on a couple of runs when he tried to take him on. So again, I was pleased with Zinchenko's performance. They were good defensively, which we haven't seen for a while. So give him an 8.
Right, Zinchenko gets an 8. I see a comment in there. Let's get to that comment there. If you are new to the show, press that subscribe button, people, and press that like button so that we can push it to the front page. Amari says, honest opinion, did Arsenal smoke or humble City? Because in my opinion, both teams were awful. I don't think Arsenal were awful. I don't think City were awful. I think in the final third, I don't think they were tidy enough. But I also think defensively, both teams were very, very good. I wouldn't say awful. I'd just say it wasn't a spectacle what you might expect. These are two well-drilled teams, and you could see that through their defence. And it was just one of them games. It was just one of those games.
They managed the game very well, Arsenal, today. It's all right. Arsenal fans probably used to seeing that the Emirates, Arsenal creating chance after chance after chance, which they did really. I think they got 11 chances through the whole game to Man City's 4. Mm-hmm. So that tells you a little bit about how the game went. So look, they cancelled each other out a little bit for me to a degree. But I thought overall, we was better in every area of the pitch. So I disagree a little bit with that. I don't think we was awful at all.
Declan Rice.
Yeah, again, sort of quiet first half, not without sort of really doing anything wrong, but we needed to see him, he's playing in that number 8 position, so we needed him to sort of get forward more. And I think he did that in the second half. He looked more dangerous coming forward, started winning balls in the midfield, and I thought we was the better side by a country mile in the second half. I think City couldn't live with us the second half. If you look into the actual sort of, the wheres and why nots of how the game, if you pan it out, if you look into different areas of the pitch, I think Arsenal were the better in every area. I don't think City were better than us in any area. And I think second half, Rice grabbed hold of that midfield, and in the end he had an excellent game. It was tough in that midfield today.
Yeah, you're not going to get much out of Man City. And to be fair, we didn't mention the fact that they should have been down to 10 men as well.
Mate, what an
awful decision there! Absolutely terrible decision from the referee. How he was on the pitch, I thought it was a red card that first one, so I think he was a lucky boy there.
The second one was a joke.
Literally 6 minutes down. 6 minutes later, I think the ref thought. Well, I think Odegaard. He thought Odegaard was looking for it, or who was it? Can't remember who it was. It went down, but I think he thought he was looking for it. It wasn't the case.
No, I think it was Odegaard.
Rice. It was Odegaard the first.
It was Rice.
Rice the second one.
Yeah. No. It was a trade. If we would have lost that game or come away with a draw, and he would have scored, I mean, we probably would have had another Diaz moment, the weekend. But absolutely. And this is what I mean. I'm hearing about like the protocol about like what VAR are supposed to get involved in. I'm sure if VAR looks at that, he's off. I think if they said, they're not allowed to get involved in the second yellow card. So if the referee makes a mistake with the second yellow card, he nearly breaks the geezer's leg. He stays on the pitch. Don't make no sense. Don't make any sense. Excuse me.
It's all these rules that don't make sense.
Seven for Rice, anyway.
7 for us. All right. Jorginho got the nod today.
Yeah, Jorginho got the nod today. He sort of had to give a ball away early on. He seems to like to do that, Jorginho. He likes to give a ball away early on and give us all like, nightmares. You think, oh God! But then he grow into the game, and I thought he had a good game. He was spraying the ball left, right, playing the ball through the channels. probably more so than what Declan Rice was the first half. To be fair to him, so I wasn't too concerned about him being in the midfield. Although if you used to read online, everybody was like, "Oh my God, Jorginho." Why? I have no idea.
I don't know why people thought that Partey would start over Jorginho when Partey's not been around for about 7 weeks, isn't it? Something like that.
Yeah, exactly, mate.
How can he start over Jorginho? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, no, it don't make sense, mate. But no, I thought Jorginho had a good game. 7.
7 for Jorginho. Martin Odegaard.
Not enough for me today, mate. I thought he was off it again. Not enough. Not enough in the final third again for me today. I don't know if he's going through a little bit of a spell. Plenty of work rate, plenty of endeavour, but he's in that position to do certain things, and for me, he never did them today. Not to his usual standard, anyway. I was thinking about 5 at one point because I just thought he was a little bit anonymous at times, and just wasn't on the ball enough. But then again, look, we was playing Man City. Do you know what I mean? It will be difficult for him, but you can never doubt his work rate. You can never doubt that work rate from him. So I'm not going to be too harsh now. I'm going to give him a 6. I didn't think it was a good game for him today.
I didn't think it was that bad. I agree that in the final third wasn't enough sort of dangerous balls into the box.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
but I think he did suffer a little bit from a different style of play to Saka with Jesus on the right, and yeah, I thought he did. He was tied on the ball and kept the ball.
Yeah, he did that. Yeah.
Leandro Trossard.
No, he was quiet again, weren't he? Oh, I don't remember him doing too much at all. He weren't bad. You know, he had flashes. He wasn't bad as the last time he played, but yeah, I'm going to give Trossard a 6 today. I don't know why he came off. Whether Arteta felt we needed a little bit more punch over there, needed to get Martinelli on early. I don't hear nothing about an injury, and yeah, he certainly made the right substitution there because you could see right from the off that Martinelli had the bit between his teeth. So yeah, 6 for Trossard today.
Yeah, he needs to add an injection of pace, didn't he? Because with Trossard, he plays in front, cuts in, so he needed something a bit different. And then Martinelli can get down the byline and cut back, be a bit more of a danger there, stretch the play a little bit more.
Yeah.
But what I do remember that a lovely little 40, 50-yard diag from Trossard in the game. Was really nice where we had an opportunity to break just when we started getting into the game. I think it was just after Eddie put that challenge in, it sort of lifted the crowd a bit.
Excuse me.
Who else we got on? It was Gabriel Jesus on the right. Gabriel Jesus.
Yeah, look, he works hard. His final ball's a little bit off sometimes, don't you think? Into the box, and whether that's because the runs that other people are making. Maybe Rice needs to make more runs into the box, but because he's stuck out on the right again. I don't know. He works hard, and he seemed to be doing the hard stuff at points, but when he got to that final bit, his cross was poor, or his final ball was off after doing all the hard stuff. But he works hard. He runs his arse nuts off, doesn't he? But he doesn't. Didn't do really what we want from Jesus to do. Not today. But I do.
No, it wasn't a Jesus performance. It was
no.
It wasn't a bad performance. Like he was playing on the right wing. He didn't look too comfortable there. Like I want him more central.
Yeah,
I want him getting shots off. I want him. Yeah, I want him. Yeah,
yeah. He went a couple of times where he should have shot. Sorry, he passed. He did that. He did that a couple of occasions. I thought, why didn't you take a shot there? But anyway.
And then later on, he should have passed to Declan Rice.
Yeah.
At that point, it was 0-0 as well, and I've just thought, oh God, not today.
No, it's all right.
Couple of things in the comments. I'll give Arteta flowers. He went for more defensive team. I thought Fabio, Vieira, or Havertz would start being the home team. Jesus was 100% all match. Oh, good evening. How you doing, Russ? Eddie Nketiah.
Yeah, I'd be interested to hear what other people think of Eddie's performance today. I thought he done well. I thought he played well. Thought Gary Neville. I thought he up front. He was probably he should be, I suppose. He was playing down the middle, but he's definitely in the first half our most dangerous threat. Although we didn't have much of a threat, it seemed to me that he was. He was the man that looked like something was going to come from it. I like the movement inside, the body swerve, and the shot that he tried to get in the corner. I thought that was good from Eddie. We needed some injection of pace up in the final third, and I thought that Eddie was trying to do that for us. And again, he works hard, works very hard. And I think he can be I think he can be pleased with his performance today. Although there will be people who will pick out and say, "Oh, he didn't score," and "Oh, he didn't do this and didn't do that." But no, for me, I liked his performance today. Yeah, he has more good performances than bad ones for me, and that's probably why Arteta likes him. So yeah, considering when you think of how good the Man City defenders are, I thought we give him problems at times. So I'm going to give him a 7.
All right, and he gets a 7. Martinelli made a big difference when he came on.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as he come on the pitch, didn't he? I mean, he was at Walker, weren't he? And I think you could tell Walker was worried. You know, he had a very quiet first half up against Trossard, but you know, the second half it was a different story altogether. You know, with Martinelli's pace, you know, and how direct he is, and you know, especially the way he can cut inside and hit the ball. I thought he was excellent, and I think you have to give him. He was their most dangerous threat, and obviously, and he got the goal. So yeah, thank God he's back. You know, we needed him back today. It was an excellent substitution from Arteta to bring him on. 10 out of 10 for that. So I'm going to give Martinelli. I mean, who knows what this 1-0 win's going to mean at the end of the season. So for me, he gets a 9, and I'm going to make him my man in the match
today. Tomiyasu.
Yeah, I think he just come on, shore things up. Do you know what I mean? He come on and sort of fresh legs and sort of fitted in to where Zinchenko left off. So yeah, wasn't on for long, was he? So, but I'll give him a 6 out of 10.
Kai Havertz came on, got an assist today.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. He came on, and obviously as a Kai Havertz fan, and wanted him probably to do well, probably up there with the most ardent Arsenal fans. I watch him, and he was excellent when he come on. He was excellent. He brought some his touch, his power, his strength, the way he was just. Diaz was up against him a few times. He was the strength of him. He was just bouncing off, Diaz and holding on the ball. He never lost the ball once, and he got the assist for the goal. Outstanding for substitutes from Kai Havertz. So hopefully his Arsenal fans now will get off his back a bit, and start looking at the things he can do. Because if it wasn't for him today and Martinelli, we wouldn't be coming away with a 1-0 win. So remember that. Great performance from him today. I can only give him a 7 because he wasn't. I'm going to give him an 8. I'm going to give him an 8 because if it wasn't for what he did when he came on, we wouldn't have won the game. So 8 out of 10 for Kai Havertz.
And Thomas Partey back after a few weeks out.
Yeah, he was solid. He was really solid when he come on. Again, similar to like Tomiyasu, sort of came in. He's got that extra bit of strength in that midfield, isn't he? So, 7 for Thomas today. Did you see, by the way, I don't know if anybody else see in the comments, did you see what Kyle Walker was doing to Eddie Nketiah?
No.
I hope someone's right. He was punching Eddie Nketiah in the back. He gave him like 5 punches in the back. When he was
the thing is, he needs to be careful with that because a player got done in the lower leagues from that. I know it's not VAR, but someone had it on camera.
It was it was like he's jockeying. Eddie's jockeying him, jockeying him, and Kyle Walker's behind him, and Walker's going bomb, 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 literally like that in the back at that speed. And I'm like, what is he mental or what? Legs are going, Kyle. Legs are going.
It's mind games. The manager, Mikel Arteta, another victory against a team who we haven't beaten in a long while, since 2015. But previously it was Everton, where we hadn't beaten them at Goodison Park since about 2015. That's 2 records broken. Mikel Arteta today.
Yeah, look, obviously when the team come out, we was all like, oh no. I mean, I was a bit worried when I see the team, but after I thought about it before kick-off, I was like, yeah, look, okay. I was a little bit concerned about Trossard because I think he's been a bit off it lately, so I wasn't happy really about him. I wasn't happy about Jesus playing on the right, but look, in the end, he got it right. His substitutions were he can't get better substitutions. I don't think he'll get better substitutions all season. Do you?
Nah.
The way Havertz come on and played and laid off the goal, and Martinelli finishing it. I don't think he's going to get that all season. So, and look, as you say, he's finished the hoodoo of the Man City hoodoo now, and and not all Man City fans, but a lot. I think they'll be watching Strictly Come Dancing tonight, won't they, rather than Match of the Day. Well, it makes a change for them, wouldn't it? Mind you, it might not make a change because they've lost quite a bit lately, haven't they? So there you go.
So what's the scores on the doors then on this one?
10. He's getting a 10 from me. 10. You got to, ain't you? It's got to be a 10 today. It's got to be.
He's going to beat Man City. We'll have that. Big victory for Arsenal against Manchester City. Big win. Sitting joint top of the table with their arch London rival Spurs. Yeah, we're sitting top of the table. Arsenal, as we said, wasn't the tidiest of wins today, but they got the job done. Excellent defending. Gabriel, Saliba stand out for me. Declan Rice was very good as well. They're not always pretty, and especially against the champions, you get what you take. Any more to say on that, Steve?
No, just over the moon. As I say, there's a lot. I've seen a lot of Arsenal fans already, say about the performance wasn't great, and look, it wasn't. But look, we're playing Manchester City today. We're not playing Luton. We're not playing Fulham. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? We're not playing Bournemouth. What do you want? This is the team that's every time we play them have spanked us. And we've come there today. The manager's worked out a plan, and we've had their best players in our pockets. We had them in the pockets of the midfield. Rice won the midfield battle. Ireland and Alvarez were just non-existent. I think that they're probably trying to and look at them at the end. Yeah, bad losers, wasn't they?
Yeah.
No, bad losers
as well. Their heads gone.
But their heads are gone. And I tell you what, maybe they're thinking there's some new kings on the horizon. So
we're definitely in their eyesight, 100%. It's not.
Oh yeah.
It's not a one-off season. We're definitely in their eyesight, and they see us as a competitor. They see us. I said at the beginning. I said at the beginning of the season, and people laughed at me, right? And I said, Arsenal win this title. All right, look, got to pick someone, so I'm going to pick my own team. But I know what we're capable of. Right, I think City, like you said, Keys. I think they're a little bit. I think they're looking over their shoulder now, and I think they're thinking this team's made of something. We never had our full team out today either. Yeah. And as I said, they were quite dismissive of that. They was like, yeah, but Manchester City are missing Rodri. That's not the same. Manchester City missing Rodri, and Arsenal missing Martinelli and Saka are two completely different things. And yes, I know they're missing De Bruyne, but Man City have two squads.
Yeah,
2 squads.
Yeah, and you know what? Look, I mean, I said again at the beginning of the season, I said, look, Man City are a good side. No one's doubting that. And they could come back and just smash the league. There's no doubt about that. But I said at the beginning of the season, but De Bruyne's 32 now. Gundogan's gone. And Mahrez is gone. Is Grealish and Ireland going to be as good as they are last season? Is Gavardiol going to settle in? You know, do you know what I mean? They've got a centre back playing as left back at the moment. They've brought Nunes and Doku, who for me ain't worldies. Do you know what I mean? They're not great players. They're signings. Look, they still might go on and win the title because they've got some great players in it. But we're there, mate. We're there. We're there. We're behind them. We're in on their coattails now. I think they know it.
Yeah, 100%. Russ says, sorry if you spoke about earlier, but should Raya continue to be number one?
Yeah, look, I mean, for me, I'm a little bit fed up with the Raya Ramsdale argument. If Arsenal fans that are listening or are going to listen after the show, this don't do no good. For a goalkeeper's confidence when people are just continuously scrutinising him. He's getting scrutinised in the media. On Match of the Day, on Sky Sports, on Talk Sport. All it is Raya this and Raya that. You got Gary Neville just picking on little things, and then Edison does the same thing as he does, exactly the same things, and you never get said. I don't want to hear this, right? Especially you. And look, we will hear it because that's what Arsenal got the biggest social media following on the planet, so people are going to try and get to us. But as Arsenal fans, don't do it. Let's just support whoever's in goal. Do you know what I mean? I just hope that the socials tonight or people go back on Twitter, they ain't popping Raya. Give him some fucking support. Excuse my French. Because he's an Arsenal player. We want him to do well, and they're only human. If he's going to see all this, this negativity about that pass was a pass out, and did he flap at that? Then he's going to be worse the next game. Because for me, he's going to put him in goal all the time. I think Arteta's stubborn. He'll just continue. So I don't see the point in keeping on, scrutinising every little thing he does. So yeah, it's just my opinion anyway. So I'd stick with him. I'll stick with him. It ain't going to do his confidence any good that if he's. But then again, yeah, it's a shame for Ramsdale. I know, but I don't know. It's a difficult one. But Arteta's he's made a choice. If he has Ramsdale back in the next game, then I'm supporting Ramsdale. But that's the way we should be. We should support whoever's in the goal without picking out their negatives. Because I'm sure if Ramsdale's in goal the next one and he makes the ricket, and people will be picking on that. And yeah, as Arsenal fans, I think we should be better than that.
All right. Well, if you want to hear more in depth on what we'll be speaking about on Tuesday, without a doubt, make sure you join us at 8:00 on Tuesday. Steve, thank you for joining us today. Cheers, mate. Pleasure. Definitely a pleasure. If you are new today, if you are new to the show, smash that subscribe button. If you are a regular, smash that like. Thank you for joining us today, people. Thank you for getting in the comment section. Peace out. Stay safe. Come on, Arsenal. Come on.